Hello there.
One way out.
And welcome to
way out.
Andor, our review
way out.
of season 7, season 1, episode
One way out.
One way
out.
One way out. One way out. One way out. Sorry if your ears are bleeding after that, but there's only one way out.
It was hype.
It was so hype.
Like, we couldn't not start this without chanting that, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm a very loud person, so...
You are very loud.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if anybody watches our videos, they can tell.
Yes. I'm loud, but, like, not when I'm doing these.
No. You're very quiet when we do these. Yes. I get louder when we do these.
Yes.
So I'm like, oh, you gotta be energetic.
True.
Pop off.
Pop off. Joining me, the Sith Hawkron Naomi. How you doing?
There's only one way out.
And that's through.
And that's through.
And it is I, the Jedi Holocron Tyler. We are back! We only got our 10th episode of Andor. We got 2 left. So sad, but I'm so excited for them.
I want it to go on forever.
Right. I'm so glad this show's getting a season 2.
Right.
But that's it.
I know. Because it goes all the way up to Rogue One.
Every week, the show just gets better and better.
Yeah.
Like, this is like almost perfect episode of television. Like, it's just immaculate. Like, all the way through the Mon Mothma stuff, the Luthen stuff, and the crown jewel, the No Way Out.
Yeah, the escape.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had 2 really good, like, speeches.
Yeah. And they were both very different speeches, too.
Yeah,
Because, like, Luthen's was, like, powerful as fuck, but he's, like, and, like...
kind of sad.
Sad, and it's, like, it's right, though. Like, you got to... It's funny because, like, it's kind of... I don't want to start talking about this immediately because, like, it's random, but, like, someone we watch on Twitch, a streamer, Hassan, always talks about this when it comes to, like, politics. Like, you always gotta fight for a better future, even though you might not see it.
Yeah.
And, like, that hits home with, like, what Luthen's going for, and I'm like...
Burn my body for a sunrise that I'll never see.
Yeah. That's such a good line.
Deep.
That's so fucking good. And then counterplay that to fucking Kino's, like, slow ramp up. Because he's very, like... He's been doing this the whole time, but now he's, like, very unsure of himself in this situation. And to see his, like, the slow rise of that speech... And just everyone chanting as they're running through the fucking halls. I'm like, oh my god, Star Wars.
So many fucking prisoners.
So many.
5,000 people?
Right.
God damn. Sad thing is you know, like, most of them were killed.
I bet of the 5,000, maybe 2,000 survived.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
If not getting shot or drowned or just, like... Yeah.
Because we saw, like, lights in the background, so they clearly have gunships, like, Roman.
Yeah. They
have people looking.
And what's even, like, more... makes this episode even stronger is just, like, the ending with, like, Kino Loy just, like, I can't swim. Like, after all this, Uganda gets in, you can't swim, and then Cassian gets
knocked
off with everyone else, and you know that's just, like...
He's done.
We'll never see Kino Loy in fiction again, in Star Wars fiction again. And that's what just makes him such a strong character. And Andy Serkis better win an Emmy for this. I don't give a fuck. Best supporting actor in a drama. Let's fucking go.
Yeah,
we gotta get the sweep. We gotta get Viserys for lead actor. We gotta get Rhaenyra for lead actress. Him for supporting actor, and then fuck it, Cassian's mom for supporting actress. But she's great in this show. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. Some fire, for sure.
God.
Absolute fire.
Like, his face. He's so good at emoting, like, and seeing the fear. I also kind of just love the little thing where, like, I noticed this most in the scene when they're about to escape. How everybody does the... What's the thing? The
on point or whatever?
On point or on program?
On program.
On program differently. Because, like, you saw the one bald guy who just had his, like, fingers on the side of his head like this. And then every time Kino does it. He like pushes his hair back and just like holds it.
Yeah.
And almost like it's funny seeing like how everyone does it.
And Cassian with the little fucking lead pipe back there.
Everyone was like hiding shit. Oh man.
Yeah. I was a little confused on what their plan was, but then I saw it.
They really didn't really talk about it, which was I kind of liked though. They just did it.
They mentioned that they were going to use the elevator.
Yeah, it was a nice kind of like counter active to like the other heist they did, like the heist they did compared to the escape, where like we led up to that and like knew about the planning for like 3 episodes, and this one's like, okay, tomorrow we got to go tomorrow. I'm like,
we're just going.
Like Cassian's right, you got to get out now because they'll bring in a guy in, and then I was very confused. Like a few episodes ago, I'm like, why are they fucking cutting the fucking
pipe?
I'm like, what are they doing? Like, and then like they're gonna see this flooding. This is a bad idea. And I'm like, wait, if the water's on the floor, it might help with the shock. And I'm like, wait, no, it'll just hurt them more. But it'll fucking, when they do shock, it'll put out the power.
Yeah, because water's conductive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they took out the floor.
Smart.
I love that moment also, like when the floor gets taken out and everyone is just in like a dazed silence and Kino just like yells like the battle cry, just go!
Yeah.
Or attack or whatever he said.
Also the moment like right after it where he's like shocked that he didn't get shocked, he's just standing there and he looks up and he's like, what the f-? Because everyone was like getting up on tables and he was just standing there.
Yeah.
And he was like, because he almost died there. Like, I'm surprised he didn't get shocked.
A couple of people did.
Yeah.
A couple of people got dropped.
Yeah.
Also, can we talk about the crack shot guards?
Yeah, that's why they're not stormtroopers. They're too good.
What the fuck?
When there's only like 12, no more than 12 guards, you gotta be a good shot.
I mean, yeah, but God, they were hitting every shot.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It's the fucking helmet.
Yeah.
Stormtroopers should not have helmets, I guess.
This is the rules of Star Wars. If you have a helmet, you're a worse shot, and if you have numbers, you're a worse shot.
No, because clones are pretty good at shooting.
Well, that's a different era.
Yeah, for the
In
Imperial...
the Empire era. For Empire workers.
For the Imperial forces.
But like, you're a good shot. We don't need you in the Stormtrooper, because we can put 50 bozos in a suit and send them on, and one of them's going to hit something eventually. You know?
Very similar to the Separatist strategy of just swarm.
Yeah. But like, we don't know what to do, so just send them out.
But send the elites as prison guards.
Yeah.
The fucking crack shots.
They can be like, we're leaving like no more than probably in this facility, at least on the floor 12. No more in the facility, probably like, I'd say probably no more than 100 to take care of 5,000 people.
Because you have the floors.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need that many people when you got the floors.
Yeah, 8 floors, 12 per floor, you know? No more than 12.
Just wipe out the entire floor with a push of a button. They didn't expect that people would find a way to break the floor.
Yeah. Shout out to, I don't know whose plan that was. I think it was the guy who got shot trying to jump on the thing.
Yeah.
I think that might have been his plan, but I don't know if it was Cassian's plan. But
well, him and Cassian were collaborating on it, I think.
Yeah.
Cassian was the one who was like, we'll use the elevator when they're dropping someone off. Mm-hmm. So I think they were like going back and forth. Yeah.
I'm glad we get Melshi. I'm like, what if they accidentally kill Melshi, even though he's canon to be in Rogue One? Well, we got him and Cassian running at the end through what I like to call, now I don't know where they're at, but it looked like Crate. It looked very salty, but a lot of plateaus.
I'm pretty sure that's snow.
It looked salty like Crate.
I think it's snow.
So I called it Plateau Crate.
It might be. I don't know. It might also just be white sand.
Yeah, it could be.
We have no idea.
Yeah. It's
a planet.
Do you know what's going to be the most heartbreaking thing now? I feel like Cassian's going to go back to Ferrix right after, like, when he gets there, she's going to be dead. Mm-hmm. Because, like, we saw a flash shot of Cinta watching their hut, and then an Imperial watching their hut, her home, and then, like, a bunch of people, like...
Her hut.
A bunch of people, like, surrounding it, like... A doctor was coming up in there and like...
And they're like, she's hiding her medicine.
Yeah. When I saw that, I'm like, oh yeah, she's toast.
Yeah.
But also, like, I'm
honestly,
like, is it her, like, doing, like, rebel shit and they're just pretending she's sick, you know?
Honestly, last episode when Bix was like, oh, your breathing's really weak, or the episode before that, when Bix was like concerned about her health. I was like, oh, she's gone.
Oh yeah, she's not gonna make it. I feel like he might make it back in time though to say goodbye.
I hope so.
Because then that will be like, I gotta join the rebellion between what happened on...
Between our boy back on...
whatever happened
Aldani.
on Aldani.
The guy who gave him the manifesto.
Oh yeah, between that and between the prison thing, the realization that no one's ever getting out. Let's just say he's been radicalized.
He has definitely at this point. I think it'll definitely be the mom that like is the true cementation.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, I think it'd be cool if when he goes to see her and she's like dying and she's like, yeah, I know you were the one who did Aldani or who was there, and she's just like proud of him for it.
Yeah, that would be cool. I doubt that, but that would be cool.
I mean, we still don't know who,
or maybe he'll admit to it, yeah, and he'll tell her to make her proud a little.
Yeah. Damn.
The whole Luthen Cassian thing, well, I'm not sure what's going to happen with them, though. Well, because we know Cassian joins the rebellion, though. So we know Luthen's not going to kill Cassian or whatever, even though they're still watching him and stuff. But...
Well, they don't know where he is.
Yeah.
They're just watching people who know him. Yeah, I have no idea.
Luthen kind of goated, though.
Luthen is pretty goated.
He's, like, such a great rebellion guy. Like, when the guys... You're like, he's a fulcrum. And I'm like, I don't know about that. But, like, we know he's not a fulcrum now, but, like, he's a rebel.
Yeah, well, that's what the fulcrums were. They worked in the Empire and gave information about the Empire, too.
So do you think he's counts as a fourth fulcrum?
It sounds kind of like it, because he was like, you gave a vow, like, before you started. So, like, I think that's enough to classify him as a fulcrum. Like, he went in there with the intention of leaking info.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think there are super, like, hardcore classifications for a fulcrum.
Fulcrums are weird because... was Cassian a fulcrum?
I think maybe he was. It was him, Callus...
And Ahsoka. But they all are very different.
Yeah.
Because, like, Callus was flipped.
But
Callus was not going in undercover. He was flipped.
Yeah.
Cassian, I don't know anything about his fulcrumage. And then Ahsoka was just a rebel the whole time.
Yeah. But,
like, she was also, like, a Force user, so she was probably not associated with them in that kind of way. So I don't get the pure... actually, I'm going to Google it.
I think it might just be, like, sources of info or fulcrums. Yeah. And, like, obviously Ahsoka would be very good at obtaining info. Mm-hmm. It's, like, just however you do it. Because they're, like, essentially, they're, like Callus was a spy. And the guy in the ISB is definitely spying.
Yeah.
I mean, he might not be a fulcrum, but I'm saying he fills, like, the same role as a fulcrum.
Yeah, he fills the same role. It says fulcrum was a title used by several rebel informants in the years leading up to the Battle of Yavin. So, yeah, we got Ahsoka Tano. Captain Cassian Andor of the Alliance, to restore the Republic, was a fulcrum recruitment agent at the Albario sector. So that's interesting. Yeah. So it's not very... It's very much just like...
It's just a term. Like, it's an interior term that the rebels would use to protect their informant's safety.
Yeah.
Like, no one knows who they are. They're just a fulcrum.
Yeah. Okay. I'll consider him a fulcrum. Why is it... Wait.
They're informants. And he's informing.
It's funny because I was just scrolling through Wikipedia, and I'm, like, scrolling through the fulcrum page, and on the side pops up, like, characters that are, like, popular right now. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, why is Sifo Dyas a fulcrum? I'm like, no, people are just looking Sifo Dyas up.
Yeah.
It's just a popular page.
Well, because it tells the Jedi.
Sifo Dyas.
They mentioned Sifo Dyas, so... That makes sense. Whenever a character's mentioned, they'll trend on Wikipedia.
Yeah, the trending characters, Ahsoka, Cassian, Sifo Dyas, and Dooku. Shock.
Yep.
Crazy times.
Great wild times. Yeah, I do like the idea, like, it seems like he went into it wanting to be a rebel, because he was like, we took a vow together, like, you did this and that. But I do like that he just wants to leave, but Luthen's just not letting him.
It's like, no, you can't.
I mean, he makes a good point. He really can't.
Yeah, like the reasons he wants to leave are like to be like you have a family now, but to protect them, you're still gonna have to be in the Empire no matter what. You just can't like. Can you just leave the Empire? Be like, I'm retiring. Give me my 401k, even though there's like only 2,000 galactic credits in it. Like, just give me like.
I think normally, like, you know, it depends on where you're working. If you're part of like the military, and especially like the ISB, like, can people just like leave the FBI?
Yeah, I'm sure you could quit the FBI. It's different because they're like the Empire's like fascists,
full fascists.
Yeah.
We're only partway there.
Yeah, because like I don't think you're like you don't have.
I think it also depends on your rank in it too, like how much classified info you have, and also they'd be likely to be kind of suspicious of you.
I don't think you leave it with your life though. But it's like why would like, they'd be suspicious of you? Like
that's what I mean. Like I don't think he would be able to leave.
Yeah, maybe, but. And then at that point, like, you're just working for the Empire, but not doing rebel shit. And then you're just like, oh, I'm a shitty person, but at least I get to be happy with my family.
At least my daughter will be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, Luthen made a good point, but I just liked how he was just like, no, you're mine.
Yeah. And the fact where he's like, okay, they're going to have to die. It's only 15 men. I'm like, damn, it's harsh, but it's not wrong.
Yeah. That is the brutal part, you know. That's the brutality of leadership.
That's how you hide the... Because if he does something, he's like, they'll know there's a security leak.
And they might figure... Or it might figure the guy out, so...
The sacrifices. Oh,
yeah, that's how war works.
It truly do be brutal out here.
Yeah. It really does be. Yeah, damn.
Oh god, I love this show so much. I don't want it to end.
I know. I really like the prison.
You like the prison?
Because it was just such a good like setting to have. And like
yeah, and it was a good like commentary too on just like
that's what
prison
I mean.
culture,
like
and,
it was
the Empire in general. It was a
great like plot. I wasn't saying like, oh, that's a great place. I'd love to be there.
like I want Cassie to be in prison more.
No, it's
because
not that.
It's entertaining.
It was a good plot, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, it was great. Oh my god.
Also, Chandrillan arranged marriages. With 13-year-olds. I mean, I know they said it earlier, like, Mothma was like, yeah, her and her husband have been together since they were, like, 14 or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like,
no wonder why they actually have such a loveless marriage.
Chandrala's kind of gross.
Yeah, they kind of are.
Man. I don't know if we've ever seen Chandrila.
In the comic, Poe Dameron issue 7, they go to Chandrila. No,
do they?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure in a comic they go somewhere.
Yeah.
We kind of see it visually in a comic, but like I don't think we see it in like live action or animation.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely sure we haven't seen it in like canon live action or animation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place kind of booty.
It'd be duty.
It kind of do be duty.
It kind of be duty, and
they kind of straight up dookie.
They big dookie in the Pharma, you know, like I don't know why I say Pharma.
I am a little confused by like Mothma's relationship to her daughter.
Yeah, like they have a bad relationship.
Like her daughter does not like her.
Yeah,
and I'm sure it's because of like the distance between them,
and also like her husband just being around all the time and like being
a
husband,
bad influence,
being who he is.
Well, and I think he's a bad influence on his daughter.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. The whole daughter thing is maybe that's why they've been showing her so much to see this. Because like the guy says when he's leaving, that's the only lie you've told me today. Like you're not
considering it, and you are considering it.
Be like sacrifices have to be made, you know, and like let's be honest, you don't have a great relationship with your daughter. Like
I mean, yeah, but damn. I agree, like, but I'm just saying I get, you know, that's a fucking hard choice to make.
Yeah, but like it's Star Wars. Like, my mom was not gonna like force you to marry him. We'll play a game. Be like, yeah, you're betrothed. Like,
they'll do what?
We'll pull Rob Stark. You know, we'll be betrothed. You'll just break the oath. You know.
No, I was gonna say they're gonna do Rhaenyra and what's the guy's name? The gay guy.
Oh, Laenor.
Yeah.
They'll do like the secret.
They're married for politics, but they can just do whatever.
But the thing is, though,
unless the guy,
she has to be in on it, and the only way she'd be down with it is she knows what Mothma's doing, and maybe that's how she lures her back in her good graces. But also, I don't think she's Mon Mothma's daughter is probably very much like rich, so she's out there living in Florida, being like, I don't care, I got money, I'm gonna vote for Ron DeSantis because I'm an idiot. But like that kind of vibe, you know?
Why Florida? Is Florida like a wealthy place?
No, Florida's a weird place.
Yeah, I feel like you could have said like Louisiana. They have a lot of money there.
Well,
you just wanted to
Florida's
talk about...
vibrant, though. Like, there's, like, Miami, there's, like, Orlando.
Yeah,
there's,
but Coruscant is not vibrant.
There are vibrant parts of Coruscant, though. Just like Florida, there's some vibrancy, then a lot of trash. Mostly trash.
Mostly trash.
And they're like, I like things how they are. I got my little money. Everyone's suffering around me. Let's go Ron DeSantis.
So you're saying that her daughter could very well be, like, an Imperial supporter.
Yeah.
Like, taking after her dad.
She's just dumb. It's like, it's not her fault.
I mean, you are right.
She grew up under bad circumstances and, like, or good circumstances where she's like, oh, I'm rich.
And also her dad is the only one who, like, interacts with her.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, I could see that.
I always want to also make it clear when I said Ron DeSantis, I want to make it clear that he's very much trash.
Yeah.
We're very libbed up here. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I think when your co-host is a trans person, I don't think you got to worry about people thinking you support Ron DeSantis. So. Yeah. You know, we were just talking about Hassan earlier.
Yeah.
I don't think you got to worry about that.
Yeah. Sorry for bringing politics in, though, because just the election's out of my mind.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
It's just fun to make jokes about.
And also, like, Andor is, like...
Oh, no, yeah, it's doing great commentary on culture.
Yeah, like, it seems very intentional.
That's why it's good, yeah.
Very intentionally, politically allegorical.
Yeah, it's Star Wars. War.
Yeah.
Politics.
Always a lot of politics.
And this is one of the best parts about the show, though, too. Like... there was this big sentiment going around online last week when I was looking about people just being like, Andor is good, but it's not Star Wars. And I'm like, that's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Because, like, it's just normal people. We're seeing what happens to normal people in the world of Star Wars.
And also, you need, like... I think it's doing a disservice to Star Wars if you're like, no, it has to be this one specific story.
It has to be lightsabers and big heroes and big events. I'm like, yo, the Eye happened. Like, that was dope as fuck. That was Star Wars shit. We got TIE fighters. We got, like...
Yeah. And I also just mean, like, it's overly limiting to be like, oh, it has to be this exact way.
Yeah.
Like, it's a universe. There are going to be, like, different dynamics that you can look at, different kinds of storytelling you can look at.
Especially for this era. Like, this is, like, some of the best stuff you can do in this era.
Yeah. I would also love, like...
Like, that's what this era of Star Wars is. There aren't Jedis. There aren't...
Yeah.
Fucking... What's the word? Like, sacred families that you gotta follow their bloodline forever. And, like... Just people trying to get through what happened after the fall of the Jedi Council. Like...
I want to see, like, also just, like, in a similar way, I want to see, like, the Cold War that followed the Empire.
Yeah.
Like, I like the, like, kind of tension Cold War. Mm-hmm. And also, we'll have real war next season.
Yeah.
That's when it's the hot war. Because then Mon Mothma will leave the Senate, and that's kind of like more or less where the real war begins.
Like, this is doing justice to Star Wars and fleshing out the lore of the Empire, and like it's undeniably Star Wars in every way. Like, people who make the argument are dumb.
I wouldn't even necessarily say they're dumb so much as they're just maybe unconsciously being very reductive.
Yeah.
And like very simplistic. And like that's how you get a universe that goes stale.
Yeah. Well, this is gonna bring up something I was gonna talk about later. Like, Andor, the show, might be the best thing Star Wars has made since Empire. But that doesn't mean like quality wise and like storytelling wise, but like I probably still like Mando more. Yeah, because like it fills a different hole. But like actually no, see this is a perfect me. Two of my favorite things in Star Wars right now. This and Mandalorian, right? And do you know what my favorite thing is in Star Wars is, period? Star Wars Rebels. Do you know what Star Wars Rebels is? The best of these two worlds combined. And the Rebellion story that's not as intense, with also like Star Wars Jedi, like canon lore, like, oh, I know that person stuff. Like, it's like quality, but it's not like, it doesn't have to be your favorite. You just have to appreciate what it's doing. And I
also think even further than that, like, I think like the only thing that you shouldn't say is like, oh, it's not Star Wars.
Yeah,
that's like the one thing. Like, you can have whatever
you can be like, it's not for me.
Yeah, but it is undeniably Star Wars
and well made and well written.
Like, you can like, you kind of just start like saying like the one thing that isn't true.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I just get really caught up on like being super reductive, and that's just really annoying to me. Because that's how you get when people are like, oh, everything's the same. It gets so boring.
Yeah.
You gotta spice it up. You gotta do new things. You gotta try other ways of storytelling. I've always wanted, like, I want things like this where it's, like, not quite the normal type of Star Wars that we get.
Yeah.
I like seeing different shades of the universe. Because it's a big fucking place. So there's going to be different, like, aspects that you can lean into for different eras and different areas. And different characters.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. Like, I think Andor is probably the best thing Star Wars has made since Empire, but it's not my favorite. I mean, it's like up there, but it's honestly, not my favorite.
Though, I think there's always the thing with like recency bias.
Yes.
And I definitely felt that with Obi-Wan at the time.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan, I still stand by Obi-Wan being good. I know a lot of people have problems with it, but I still like Obi-Wan a lot. But I think Andor, if it lands, Season 1, will be my second favorite thing in Star Wars. Rebels will never be topped, probably. And then Andor. And then, like, The Last Jedi. It's all, I love it all. That's the problem.
Yeah, I also love it all. I have kind of just like this big conglomerate of like, I don't think anything's gonna pass Rebels or Clone Wars for me. Also just because I have a big animation bias.
Yeah.
But like, you know, right after that you have like Revenge of the Sith, Mando, and this kind of just all mixed together. And Empire in there as well. Like, just those four, like, I don't know where they would place because they're all so close.
Yeah, and then you it's hard to rank.
And they're
Star
all for
Wars
different, and like,
reasons.
They're all loved for different reasons.
And then you think about it, I'm like, also Fallen Order. Like you just like think of like, that's the beauty of Star Wars. There's so many things to like.
So much quality.
I think the special thing about Andor, though, is it's gonna stick with me for a while. Like, what's going on, and like, I'll think back about it. I'll be like, fucking God, it's so good.
Yeah.
And like, honestly though, Andor is the one thing that I'll be like, if you're not a Star Wars fan, because but I'm like, you gotta watch this because it's a great heist, like political intrigue, like drama show. Like, I feel like this is the one of the Star Wars things where like you'd be like, I'm not into Star Wars, but like this will get you back in. or you'll like it. You know
or
what
at
I
the
mean?
very least, you'll like just this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Because it's very much like, I feel like it's very outside friendly.
Yeah, because it's just like a straightforward, like, you just gotta know a little about like the world of Star Wars, and you'll be like,
And I think most people know Empire bad, Rebels good.
yeah,
Like, that's kind of the only thing you really need to know, I feel like.
pretty
It's
much.
like the bare minimum. Like, oh yeah, Empire, evil, Rebel, good guy. That's all you need, baby.
Yeah.
And you can enjoy it. Yeah, I agree. I think this is the most outward friendly, and like, I feel like this is
You're like, I'm sick of what Disney's been doing. Like, okay, you gotta watch this then.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I can't wait to watch this again. God, I want to fast forward to next Wednesday right now and just be like,
Just teleport.
just like, watch Andor.
No, I want to teleport to 2 weeks from now.
And then watch both episodes in a row.
Back to back.
Fire.
Absolute fire. But yeah.
I think we covered it all.
Yeah, I'm not sure what else there would be to say.
Well, yeah. Like, subscribe, comment, share down below. Tell us what you thought of this week's Andor. Who's your favorite character? Wait, I want to talk about one thing. Like, I don't know why, but like at the very beginning of this episode, when they were like in the prison and like they're like, "What's going on? What's going on? Is he dead? Like, what's going on?" And they find out, and then like Kino's struggle in that, like, I almost started crying.
Yeah.
That part, I don't know why, it made me fucking emotional.
Like, I agree. He's very good at using his face.
Yeah.
That's a weird, like, I don't know how else to phrase it.
It's called emoting.
I don't speak human.
Yeah.
Like, just like, you know, he was struggling. And even someone like me, like, I can't read faces for shit, but I could tell very clearly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm dog shit at telling what emotions people are feeling.
Right.
But without even saying anything, I was like, oh, god damn.
Yeah. I just wanted to
Yeah, I really like Kino.
I know. Rest in peace. You're not dead, but I don't think we're ever going to see you again.
He's going to turn into Snoke.
No. Honestly, that'd be a disservice to Kino.
Yeah, it really would. But yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe, share, and until next time, no way out.
One
way out.
One way out. One way out.